Okay, G said last night he should be released Wednesday because he signed a 2-day writ of certiorari. I told G about the attorney. He said he's fine and I don't need to do anything drastic yet. I asked him about coming to Ohio right away. He said, I'll lose my head if I don't get to clean the apartment. I'm not planning on going back to California, but he might try to flee or refuse to get on the plane. That's why I need backup.
Read away on Yelp. They will keep until insurance stops paying. You will never hear from the doctor.
Griffin may be worse after this place. Please get our son out of there. No more nice nurses on the phone. Social workers calling. Do not be nice any longer. Griff could do a writ of habeas corpus and state that to them.
April 2021. Griffin's mother flies out to California. She takes careful photographic documentation of the writing on the walls. Griffin's archives of his life up to this point are loaded into U-Haul boxes and shipped back to Ohio.
What I wanted to be when I grew up. From a very early age, I told them what I wanted to be. Why didn't they listen and remember and give me a reminder? When I was lost at the end of high school, when I threw up my hands and said, I don't know, I'll become a chemistry major. I was an artist at that point. You placed the self down my mind because you didn't believe me. Because you didn't listen. Now you do. Now you do. Now that I bailed out of my chemistry major and failed out of becoming a history teacher. Cause you didn't want it. Cause you couldn't see it. Well, neither could I. Now I have the voice to speak. First games I played inspired me to make interactive art with chalk on the driveway. I always wanted to make my own games, I just had no idea how. It's rare, like current art, to have these interactive elements, but for my young self it was a common theme. You can see me drawing on the sidewalk right there. Also featured in the important book, separate from the rules section, is one of the earliest levels, inspired by maze puzzles and video games. This interactive artwork features a complex system of color-coded teleporters and possible pitfalls. These levels will be played with their creator or creators in attendance. It would guide you and explain the challenges you face and determine whether you can move past the obstacles. For example, in Zone 5, which is labeled with an orange flag, there's a slide. You might fall down the orange arrow, or you might successfully make it to the bottom, following the green arrow to Zone 6. And at the end, Zone 10 is marked by a rainbow flag and leads to a trophy. You remember when I got the soccer trophy as a kid? And I was crying about it when I got it, because I didn't earn it. It was a participation trophy, and I got so upset I asked you to throw it out. There were some days I wished I still had it, and you know what? No, I do not wish I still had that trophy. I'm gonna fucking earn my stripes.
I will tell the player a story, but not the truth. No, a story that contains the truth safely in a cage of words, not the naked truth that can burn over any distance.
Okay, play it. Play it. Play it. This is rock bottom, y'all. I never expected it. In order to be businesslike, you must meet the prerequisite. This is rock bottom, y'all. I never expected it. In order to be businesslike, you must meet the prerequisite. Leave your culture at home, smile. Don't be too proud, too wild. You may suffer, just don't cry out loud. This notion of professionalism is like an exorcism, forced to give your life away while you're earning a living. These thoughts stop me from rejoining the workforce, but the situation I'm in just seems to hurt more.
Maybe it won't be bad, maybe it'll be good.
I could use a little structure in my life, maybe I should. Take my suit and tie out of the closet, try shining my shoes and brush the fucking dust off of my wallet. Let's consider the prospects, make a couple phone calls. Now so many interviews I got next week. I'm strictly going from the bottom to the peak. I'm ready, focused and determined to get back on my feet.
Nobody to learn with. That's oil and water trying to mix on the same circuit. I got a job at a business place I choose not to name. Ask me how did I achieve this so quick? Yes, you may. Back when I was blind, my efforts had compiled a stunning resume. I didn't value it back then, but boy, it helped today. I'm pushing every single thought of rebelling away. I'm working real hard.
My pockets are swelling. Hey, can you believe I met the girl of my dreams? We've been together over 2 years, going on 3. We married on our 4th anniversary. Bought a house and turned a room into a nursery. For the bouncing baby boy that we're expecting in June, I sat in that delivery room from noon to noon. 24 hours of labor, nurse asked me title for the paper. So the government can chase you. First name John, last name insignificant. I'm smiling like a proud dad, I got the birth certificate. Go to my house and here's my vices of sin. I looked around and nothing's good enough for her or him. So my 8-hour days became 9 slid up to 10, a subtle slip up to 11, and then after a 12-hour day, I got too little energy to say I love you to my baby or play daddy to Jay. And I thought this was the way to be a husband and a father. I guess I could have looked in my eyes and seen I lost her, but it wasn't my fault. I'm working hard, it couldn't be. I'm successfully existing as a member of this family. So convinced the household always had to be complete, I didn't realize the only thing that's missing is me. Mommy had a baseball
to learn with. That's oil and water trying to mix on the same circuit.
Never any talk of divorce. I can't believe how focused I was. Face a huge potential loss. I thought I signed a grievance with the boss. In fact, I was mad at my wife as if she's trying to knock me off course. But still I visited the florist to get her flowers.
The last time I did this, not since a wedding shower. I got home and I was greeted by the fact we've been deleted. I was someone that my wife and child thought they no longer needed. And
before I could say where's John, I looked down and he was clinging to a arm. I realized I'd done him wrong.
And by the time I came to, they were gone. But somehow I sat and shook my head and then I carried on. And I still completed 3 weeks of work before my breakdown. The ambulances came and I got medicine to take now. And it's hard to get a job when you've been treated and released. So both my relationship and my career are deceased. It took years to put myself together piece by piece. And thank God I found a woman that's real patient with me. And I'll never let this happen again. It's not to be, I'm ready, focused and determined to get back on my feet.
Daddy had a name tag that said busy working. Mommy had a milk carton that said missing person. John had a new baseball glove with nobody to learn with. The oil left the water and the water kept searching.
Give it a body again.